The most important quality a speaker should have, more than oratory power, more than having a convincing style, more than being prepared, more than liking your talk, all of these are mentioned in the book. So I won't repeat anything from my book. But one thing that you should always remember, whether you run a business, whether you're a speaker, anything, don't forget to be humble.
Everyone.
Someone are doing it, okay?
Yes, up to the back, okay? Okay,
all right, then 4. 3. 2. Moja. And then public speaking with Ejaz Bhalloo. Yes!
With Ejaz Bhalloo.
I will start it and then we'll sing it together, okay? Awesome. So let's be attention for the national anthem. Okay? Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani, hizi ni ngao zetu Afrika na watu wake, ibariki Afrika, ibariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, dumisha uhuru na umoja wake kwa waume na watoto. Mungu ibariki Tanzania na watu wake, ibariki Tanzania, ibariki Tanzania, tubariki watoto wa Tanzania. Can we sing just one verse, right? Yeah. One verse. Hey, back on our feet, please. Back on our feet. We have another song to sing. Yes, thank you. Okay. Tazama ramani, utaona nchi nzuri, yenye mito na mabonde mengi ya nafaka. Nasema kwa kinywa, halafu kwa kusikiri. Nchi iliyo mashuhuri huitwa Tanzania. Majira yetu haya yangekuwaje sasa? Utumwa wa nchi Nyerere ameukomesha. Majira yetu haya yangekuwaje sasa? Utumwa wa nchi Nyerere ameukomesha.
But wherever you reach in life, do not discriminate against other human beings. Because we are all equal, we all belong to God. So remain humble, that's all.
So just finally, on the same note of humility, yeah? How do we make this world a better place?
Okay, how do we make this world a better place? Number one, attend my events.
That's important anyway, you know. It does. That's important anyway. We need to learn this next thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to attend my events. No. On a side note, the most important thing in order to make this a better world is give. Give. So I always say, this is not my book launch. This is not my book launch. I have already launched my book. This is the second installment of my book launch. My book launch was launched, you know where? You people are not the first ones to get these books. Of course, I've given some to certain people. So I gave it to the Prime Minister. Alhamdulillah, I gave it to some renowned scholars. Yes. But you know where this book was actually launched? At Hiari Orphanage. That was the day where I took my books and I gave it to the children there. I had a session. I was supposed to speak for 5 minutes. I went with the IB students. 5 minutes I was supposed to speak and I'm done. The IB student said, no, continue. I said, why? You people don't have activity? He said, no. They never listen to anybody. We're surprised they're actually listening to you. So I had a 1-hour session where I taught them public speaking. At the end, they even spoke in front of me. In fact, they were better than me. That is now the most important way in which we can make this world a better place. You give. So my book launch, this is just my second installment of my book launch. The first installment has already happened at the Hiari Orphanage.
Wow, that is very, very thoughtful and invigorating and very powerful. Let's give him another round of applause, please. So, back to what we were about to do just before we started drilling and grilling him. Yeah? Okay, you have a word again?
No. We need
all the speakers.
Yes.
All the
Please,
speakers.
get on stage. I wanted to forget that. All the speakers, if you,
Sir.
dads and granddads, you know, all the speakers, please. And
Yeah, of course you are.
granddads.
So
The
you want Mr.
long-awaited
Mwang'amba?
time is finally here. We're about to watch a historical event tonight. So we're gonna count in style, right? Let me teach you how we're gonna do this. All right, so we will count 5 up to 5, then we'll be coming down. So we'll start. We'll make 5 claps for 5, right? And then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1, right? And then we shall say public speaking. Is that right? With the Ejaz Bhalloo. And then he will cut whatever he has to cut here, and that will be. Do you have a pair of scissors or something? Oh, it's there. Okay.
Mr.
All right.
Mwang'amba,
Yes.
do we need a trial?
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right?
Yes.
Then 3, 4. Okay, so let's try. So 5.
everyone.
Someone are doing it. Okay.
Yes, up to the back. Okay? Okay,
All
check
right.
the
Then
scope.
4, 1, 2, 3, 2, Moja. And then public speaking with Ejaz Bhalloo. Yes.
With Ejaz Bhalloo. Oh. Yes. And actually, Mr. Mwang'amba.
Oh, the next book is about Mr. Panju. Okay? When is it
coming
coming
one.
out? Oh, he should tell us. Sir, when is your book out?
I need 3 months with him from whenever he's ready.
So guys, we need to mark that from this day of February 22nd, next 3 months, it will be 22nd of May.
No, he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said it to be 3 months after when the book will be ready, right?
Yes. No. I've said
When-
he's ready
Okay.
to spend 3 months with me.
Talking about leaving your mark in the world, to sum up, there is no perfect method right now to tackle climate change. For better, more conscious habits, we can decide to take micro steps. Something that she's currently working on is carrying around a reusable photo.
Oh, we're not doing. No, this is like my closing line, the biggest yeah. Remember, I'm gonna say it slow. Remember, you are, each and every one of you are personally responsible for growing up more eco-friendly than the society you grew up in. We can't recycle our way out of it this time.
Tony, this is my favorite. Yeah, you have to have your favorite, right? I can handle him.
Okay, so getting back to your question, Sebastian. For those who don't know me, I was a banker. I've been in the banking industry for 4 years, and then I decided to retire, going for entrepreneurship. And the main reason that pushed me to become an entrepreneur is I was looking for freedom. Freedom of time and freedom of money. I wanted to work up when the usingizi ikiwa imeisha, sio kwa sababu alarm clock imelia. And I wanted to have money anytime that I wanted. Sio mpaka usubiri mwisho wa mwezi ndio hela iingie. Yaani hela kumbe inaweza kaingia saa hizi, inaweza kaingia saa 3 usiku, inaweza kaingia asubuhi. You don't need to. And
entrepreneurs do we have in the house? Okay. And then how many aspiring entrepreneurs? Okay, so not many entrepreneurs. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an analogy.
I regret. So, how important is the education? Is education in the contemporary world where slave queens are all over the place, you know, and so on and so forth? Welcome, Mr. Bhalloo.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. Before I begin, I would like to have a small tiny exercise, yeah? You don't have to move, you don't have to put your hands up or anything like that. Just use your mouth, alright? So when I say hi, you respond hello, and when I say hello, you say hi, alright? Yes. Hello? Hi. Hi? Hello. Hi, hi? Hello, hello. Hello, hi, hello, hi? Hello, hi, hello, hi. Contradicting. But what is the importance of education? Now, I have met a number of people, both literate and illiterate, and I would say I was lucky to get the opportunity to study abroad, and I've really learned a lot. Now, I think there was quite a big difference between the education over here, of course, and education abroad. All right. Of course, when you are abroad, there's a technology. I studied in Malaysia, by the way, and one thing that we didn't have is technology, the way of handling the students. I'm going to give you a good example. Like mathematics is one of my worst subjects. I was in Zuzu in mathematics, but when I went to study abroad, the system that they use, all right, the system they used was more about coursework. They were training you to speak in front of the people. This is all under education. Training to speak was education as well. It built my confidence. It made me love the subject. It made me good in mathematics. Surprisingly, I became the best in mathematics. Yeah.
Okay, so 4 or 5 years back, I decided to follow my religion full time, like 100%. I'm a Muslim. Yeah, you see, I was born in a Muslim family. I can say I was just a Muslim by chance because I was born in a Muslim family. Then, after reading a lot of books and knowing what Islam is, then I became a Muslim by choice. Then now I'm a Muslim by choice. So when I started that, I just decided to stay out, just to quit, first of all, because Islam says something about music. The music is haram, you know that? So I decided to quit, music and everything. Then I decided to start my own channel on YouTube. It's called Success Path, where I share inspiration. I share a lot of lessons about life. I think I bring lessons that people can learn a lot about their ways and everything. I decided to bring 2 of my best skills, which is reading books and speaking. So I became a motivational speaker that way, following the path of my brother right here and all others.
The reason why nimewaita hapa, the time nimeweza chuo, my father and my parents,
they never believed on what I've been doing. Lakini baadaye, with time, with the results, they came to join hands with what I've been doing before. So Ejaz, this is the only biggest audience you can have in your life. Yani hata kama wasingekuja watu wote hapa, having this tool is a success. So we're so proud of you, and this is you have an amazing son. Where do I see the future of employment with the use of technology? The future of employment, you know, with when you talk about technology. But first we have, I hate technology. Okay, that's ridiculous, yes? I hate technology. Why? Because the technology is here to take our jobs. If you're not smart enough, you'll be kicked out of the arena or the game or the pitch.
Masoud is my friend, but I disagree. I respectfully disagree. See, I love technology, and I think as many people think some jobs are taken away, I think new jobs are forming. So people like data scientists are going to increase. The demand for people who can crunch information. They call it the fourth industrial revolution. Artificial intelligence starts to grow. You're going to need people to do the work. For example, the cars that Masoud was talking about, I've sat in a few of them in Silicon Valley. So you sit down, you plug in where you're going, and it drives. It's really scary because you naturally want to start pressing the brake, but it takes you there. And I think, you know, to do that, somebody has to code the information for the car to get from point A to point B. So I think some jobs will get taken away, but new jobs will form. New types of jobs will form that will be very technical. And so I think for countries to be ahead of the game, they have to really start teaching people about technology first.
Say it again.
For countries to be ahead of the game, they really need to focus on teaching people about technology first. In educational.
Kwa kitu cha kwanza nataka ni clear ile point ambayo ameongea brother hapa, kakaangu Makonde mwenzangu bwana Masoud Kipanya. Ameongelea sana teknolojia, akasema teknolojia ina nini? Kama inapunguza inapunguza ajira za watu. Ila kuna point moja na nimependa alivyoongezea, amesema kama hautakuwa smart, right? Means what? Teknolojia inapopunguza, one side inapunguza ajira za watu, ila another side inaleta ajira tena. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu ametolea mfano wa vitu kama ametolea VAR, amesema hizo automatic cars, whatever. Those are electronics components ambazo zipo programmed in back. Sawa? Ila huku sisi end users tunaona zile operation tu ile kitu, ndio? Lakini in back kuna kitu tunaita programming ambayo imefanyika ndani. Ndio maana akasema kitu fulani kinafanyika hivi. Sasa ajira inatoa wapi? Inatoa ajira kwa sababu mara kwanza kile kitu kilikuwa kinafanyika manually, right? Sasa hivi imekuwa implemented, ile kitu inafanyika automatically. Hapa ametoa ajira yule mtu ambaye anaoperate manual. Sasa imeleta ajira wapi? Imeleta ajira kwa sababu kile kifaa, as we know, that is machine. Sawa, kuna machine au engineers, kuna kitu tunaita efficiency. Sawa? Efficiency maana yake ni ule utendaji kazi wa kile kifaa. Kwa hiyo kifaa kinapofanya kazi kinapungua ule uhalisia wa utendaji kazi. Sasa basi kazi itakuja wapi? Kile kifaa kishakipunguza ile working, I can say efficiency. Hakuna kifaa chenzake kingine ambacho kinaweza kukitengeneza kile kifaa. Sio, mnanielewa point yangu? Yaani kile kifaa kikishaharibika, hakuna kifaa kingine kama kile ambacho kinaweza kutengeneza kile kifaa. Anaenda kutengeneza nani? Ni binadamu.
To be very honest, I strongly disagree with Mr. Masoud Kipanya. Although I'm a fan of his work since I was a child, in fact. When I am Citizen, those comics, I mean, I've been a big fan of his work. But I don't agree with his point. The first reason being is technology isn't the way I've been taking technology through my childhood is you don't make things to replace people. That's what technology is being used for. Apparently, people actually show technology in a the appeal is wrong. See, the way you define technology is very important because how you portray to the public is very important. Benjamin and I have been really good friends for a very long time as well. And Benjamin also agreed that the way people portray technology is very important. You use technology, the way Mr. Masoud said, all due respect, is it replacing people's job? Is it really replacing people's job? I think the context, the way it should be placed is, what is technology being used for? So the world that I have built, or the world that I have been living in, even Dembo would agree with me, is we don't build technology to take people's jobs. That's not the end goal. The goal of technology is to aid people in their work. So technology is used to simplify your tasks in your daily lives. The same way it gives you a leverage or an opportunity to actually build your skills to adapt to the technology. So with advancement in the world today, we hear Tanzania is a developing country, not developed countries, because we are adapting to a change. So when someone tells you that you're supposed to come with technology, it doesn't mean you have to like jump into and say, oh, hey, cousin, no, what's happening, yo? No, that's not how it's supposed to be. This is an opportunity for you to actually get in that field, to get the exposure that's needed to actually adapt to the change.
Taking a psychology course when I was at the age of around 16, 17. And I must say I was discouraged very highly that what is psychology, and I mean, there's a difference between psychology, but is it the same as psychiatry? And then you get across people who don't even know the difference between psychiatry and psychology. And that reminds you that at the end of the day, people may not understand what psychology is. But if you have the passion for it, if you believe that you can conquer something with it, you can change people's lives with it, then that's all that matters. And with regards to youngsters,
I didn't start my career very easily because of the F that I graduated with. And I just kept saying to myself, and my dad kept saying to me, that can't put you down. You need to do what you want to do, but after getting such results, I never really knew what I wanted to do. And I wouldn't say I was mentally affected, but emotionally, socially, physically, it was putting me down. I stopped going out in crowds, I stopped conversing with people, and that was because I was labeled with an F. And that's just a paper degree, a paper result. And for me, no paper result can define anyone's destiny.
My first degree is in computer science. So that's what actually I wanted to do in my life. But God's image on the planet, that's my mom, battled depression. And that really made me change my career and think of the people, because I realized being in that place that it's not only the person who suffers, but the people around, the whole dynamics around change because of one person. And also because of unawareness, sometimes we try to help that person in a wrong way, which actually causes more mess or more problem for person.
So question is, what if I have haters? What if I have people who don't like me? What if I'm speaking the truth, but there are people who do not like me? What do I do? So I hark back to Mr. Panju's advice. He always tells me that you know one thing, even if someone does bad to you, you have to be positive. You have to treat them with kindness. This is a teaching of the Quran. Surah 41 verse 34, it says, good and evil can never be equal. So repel evil, how? Repel hatred, how? With kindness and love. Doesn't that deserve a round of applause? The verse of the Quran is a beautiful verse. So that's one, eradicate fear of rejection. Number two, look at public speaking in a positive light. Many of us think, oh, public speaking is scary, public speaking is... Let me give you an example. How many of you use Netflix? Or you watch shows sometimes? TV series. So let's say you watch TV series and the TV series comes to an end. You, as a student, you love watching that series, it comes to an end. How would you feel? Vipi, hello, mechoka? We are going to have a break soon, Bana. So, come on. Will you feel happy or sad? Sad. And your parents, they see you constantly watching that series. You're not studying. You're not going to the mosque. You're not going to the church. You're not going to the temple. You're doing nothing substantial in your life. How would they feel when the show comes to an end? So is it the event or is it the perspective of the event? If you think public speaking is scary, it's not public speaking. It's your perception of public speaking that's scary. You say public speaking is the best, I'll look at it positively, you will succeed. You look at it negatively, you won't succeed. That's simple. That's just how the law works.